This is actually wall unit. Okay, this is base unit. Okay, so then this is what we call a tall unit. Understand, designers? Okay, so these are the three components normally. Okay, now let's come and talk about the material now. Okay, now the material, the door, the basic one is actually chipboard. Chipboard is this. Okay, this is the material for chipboard. Understand, huh? So you see this green color inside? Okay, this green color is actually water resistant. Okay, the chipboard material is very widely used in European country, and the same thing as in IKEA. Okay, they don't use plywood a lot. We are talking about probably 95% is actually all chipboard. Okay, chipboard, a scientific name for the water resistant board is called V313 board. So there's a water resistant board. So if there is no green color, means to say is not a V313 board. Okay, but it's still called a chipboard. CHIP, chipboard. Okay, not CHEAP. Yeah. Now this is chipboard. Okay, chipboard is just a board that is this material, but terminated with ABS aging. This is the aging. Okay, so this type of aging is the one that is terminating this. Okay, so the problem with chipboard is the termination, and this color is the different material. This is plastic, this is melamine. So many manufacturers try to source the ABS as close as to the wood. Some manufacturer or some suppliers, when you want to see the chipboard quality door, you must see whether the chipboard and the ABS, is it the same color or not. Some is like 80% close, some even 70% close. So when you see it looks very, this one, if you like that, it's called very cheap, CHEAP already. Understand? Huh? So it's chipboard. Understand? So what is good about chipboard is, okay, it's scratch resistant. Okay, so means to say you are talking about, you don't mind, this one, okay, any hard thing, key, okay, I don't have a key. You have a key? My Ferrari key, okay. So it's scratch resistant. Okay, this is the surface called melamine, and that is the reason why people call melamine board as well. You understand, huh? Now, melamine not only can be used in the door, on the door, can also use on the floor. That's called the floorboard. They're the floating floorboard. That is also melamine. It's a technology. It's a skin kind of thingy, surface. So that melamine can be printed in a lot of texture. Okay, understand, huh? So that is chipboard. Understand? So this is chipboard. This is the ABS aging. Okay, so after that chipboard, then you go upgrade another board. Okay, that is all we call high density fiber board. Okay, HDF. From chipboard, you upgrade yourself, and it's called high density fiber board. High density fiber board come a lot of different stuff. Okay, sometimes I myself also cannot differentiate a lot. Okay, now this is high density fiber board. It's compressed. Okay, means to say, dia macam one skin, they will just compress it. High density fiberboard is the powdered form. You know, yesterday we showed you, it's the powdered form. So high density fiberboard, you will use that thing and you compress it with machine. So this is gloss, okay? That's high density fiber inside. This is also high density fiberboard, but it's all acrylic door, they call it. Acrylic. Okay, acrylic means to say shininess, okay, and the plastic. Okay, so acrylic is actually a very expensive material. Okay, this is acrylic door. High density fiberboard also can be spray paint. Okay, then they call it PU paint. PU. Okay, polyurethane paint. Okay, where it's like the car, like a car. So one look at this. Sometimes I also think that it's a PU. Okay, because they come all side of all kind of stuff one. Okay, but it's on high density fiberboard. Understand, huh? Can, huh? So that is that. Okay. After this grade, they go another one, and this is equivalent, but it's just a structured thought. That is called the aluminum aging door. This is aluminum aging door. Okay, this aluminum aging door. This is what we call in the market called 3G door. 3G door means to say, you can look at it, it's actually, sometimes this material is fiberboard, sometimes it's chipboard. But regardless, they will use the aluminum trimming to actually hold this piece. And this is how they terminate it. That's the word. Okay, this is how they terminate the thing. Okay, so this is actually aluminum. It comes a lot of design as well. But I will show you later. But you see this color, it comes in a lot of colors. Can you see? Can you see? So, oh, the chipboard also, it comes in a lot of colors as well. This is the colors. Can you see? Chipboard. There. All that chipboard. So this is chipboard category. Okay, you can see here. This is the aluminum category. Okay, and this is also the aluminum. This is acrylic. Okay, a lot of this is also, I use this a lot also as well. Okay, they come out with all this called piano gloss. So this is all acrylic. So acrylic and also some acrylic with aluminum form. This is what they call 4G. 4G. It's just another name to sell more expensive only. Because you don't see the frame, but you see the frame embedded inside. Okay, 4G. Okay, so it's all recessed. This handle. So it comes a lot of things on. This one another G. I don't know. It's also 4G, but it's just different way of finishes. Can you see? It's different. But you see the frame is like that. So this is aluminum. Okay. Now this is high density fiberboard. This is polyurethane. This one is actually spray paint, PU. Yeah, if you touch it, then later on, yeah. This one is PU. This is PU. This is PU. This is spray paint. PU. They can only use this in a big factory only because normal people put PU, they will die. They are very, very toxic. Okay, so this is PU door. So understand, so we have chipboard, we have high density fiberboard, we have aluminum door. Okay, aluminum door comes in many sizes and shapes. Okay, different profile we call it. And then after that we go into solid wood. Okay, solid wood. Okay, now solid wood. There are 3 types of normal Malaysian wood. Okay, 3 types. Okay, rubber wood, no, it's not common. Now, it's common but not widely used. Now, when you talk about solid wood in Malaysian wood, straight away you think of nyato. Nyato, N-Y-T-O-H, nyato wood. So nyato wood is bangsa Melayu. Means to say their color by nature is redness. This is before varnish. Okay? When you varnish it, this is the varnish. Understand? So, but nyato wood don't have a lot of grain. Their grain is very soft. Once you varnish it, you don't see it normally. Better grade nyato wood, like this, you can see a little bit of grain. Can you see the grain? Grain. Yeah, grain. The wood grain. Yeah. This is what we call, so nyato is one wood. Then after that, semangkuk. Semangkuk, yeah, you go up one more grade, it's more expensive than nyato. Okay, this is semangkuk. Okay, when you do semangkuk, it will become yellow. Like Japanese restaurant, they use this. Okay, so this is semangkuk wood. Okay, yeah, this is what we call natural color is yellow, somewhat like this. Okay, durability. Nyato is stable. Semangkuk is, the wood is more softer. Okay, semangkuk is regarded as oak wood overseas. Oak wood and semangkuk, the color almost the same one. It's just the grain is a bit different only. Yeah, color is the same. Quality now, oak wood is the hardest wood. If the termite go and bite the oak wood, termite gigi patah. Okay, yeah. Semangkuk very sweet. Termite like to eat. Jati normally people do for perabot. Jati they don't do for kitchen cabinet and wardrobe. Okay, jati they don't do that because jati when you do, it doesn't give the value because jati is almost same like nyato. Natto. So you don't see the value. Jati is very expensive, so it is not commonly used. Yeah, which you have. Yeah. Jati very heavy. Jati is very heavy. Okay, now understand. So from Natto, then you upgrade to Semangkok, the pricing. Then you upgrade to Sen, S-E-N. Sen, yeah. But Sen is also like Natto, Semangkok, white color. The grain is more only, that's it. The grain, very heavy grain. Very heavy grain. This one not very heavy. It's more like this. Semangkok is more like this in actual fact. This Semangkok is very lousy. It's not very nice Semangkok. Okay? Understand? So Semangkok is, this is Sen. Yeah, then you upgrade another one Sen. But we're talking about a couple of ringgit, 2-3 ringgit per square feet only. If you talk about expensive, honestly, it doesn't really bother on the costing one. Okay, but I tell you why later on. But that's the thing. Sometimes I myself also will find difficulty differentiating Sen and Semangkok. But Sen, very strong grain one. Sometimes even stronger than this. If you ask me honestly, it looks like Sen to me, but it also can be possibly Semangkok. So that is the thing. But you don't have to worry, you can always ask. So I just tell you the character, one is the darker tone, another one is the lighter tone. One is the brown color, another one is the, okay, so you want this?
Can you stain that one if you don't like it to be too yellow, you want it to be
Yes, you have staining. Staining, you can stain it to be very dark, like black, or you can stain it to be like very white, like lime wash.
will the grain still be visible?
Yes. Of course, there's this better technology that can make the grain look outstanding because there's different type of technology. This is Semangkok. This is Semangkok. This is Semangkok. Yeah. This is stain, pinkish stain. So they do it. Okay.
What's the difference between staining and varnishing?
Varnishing is just liquid. You just varnish. Staining is a form of no, it's a form of gel, and you stain it, just stain it, then the color will pop up. No, nothing to prevent termite. Nothing to prevent termite. It's just that you have to the quality of the production prevent the termite. Yeah, means to say means to say they need to cook the wood. Okay, so there's different quality of wood.
If you spray certain type of chemical, cannot
Spray certain kind of chemical is the termite spray. So that is not basically on the aesthetic part. That is on the protection part. Okay,
done it first before they come out from the factory.
Yes. Not even that. They have to do it before even the door is made. Okay, So understand, So that is that. That is the reason why there's a lot of manufacturer outside in the market producing different type of doors. And then we'll go into that. Okay. Now then we go into overseas wood. Okay, overseas wood. Overseas wood, we don't have cherry here. Cherry is equivalent to cherry, C-H-E-R-R-Y. Cherry wood is equivalent to Natto wood. Okay, cherry wood. So then you go upgrade another wood that is normal wood is called beechwood and maplewood. Okay, it's B-E-E-C-H. Okay, beechwood is the orange color that you see in IKEA. Okay. Then you go up another one that is maplewood. Maplewood I love the most. Maplewood is this. The grain is very soft. Okay, this is maplewood. Then this is maple. Can you see? See this? This is maple. Okay. So then after maplewood you go up another one. It's called oakwood. Okay. Solid. Oakwood is very heavy. After the oakwood and pinewood is almost the same category price. Pinewood. P-I-N-E. Then you see this yeah. Some got bigger one This pine. What about this one? This is pine. This is pine wood. So pine wood is what we call the tangerine wood. Chinese New Year, we have that thing. That one is pine wood. So it's very soft one. Yeah, it's very light, very soft. Very light, very light. Okay. So now this is the aluminium. This is the aluminium. Many sort Many sort. Okay. Now. That is on the cabinet itself, okay? Now, so we don't go into the wardrobe first, we go into the cabinet first, okay? Okay, then understand that, So now that is done, now you understand that already, then you go into carcass, understand? So when you look at the door, then you want to know what is the carcass. The carcass either got two, normally it's two only. One is melamine board, white, or another one is plywood. These two type, that is the body, of the makeup of the body. So basically you have the door and the makeup of the body. Then we go into the tabletop. Yeah, tabletop. So now the tabletop, normal tabletop will be what we call a post form top. P-O-S-T-F-O-R-M. Post form top. Post form top is this type of top. Okay, this type of top. Okay, so now many years ago it started with a bullnose aging. This is what we call a bullnose aging. Okay, bullnose aging means to say it's round curve. Okay, nowadays it's square edge. Square edge means to say they will put square. Okay, that is more modern feel because of the demand on the design. Okay, so this is what we call a post form top. Post form top is also melamine, but it's a higher grade of melamine. Understand? It's a higher grade of melamine.
So it's
Scratch resistant. Yeah, in
But
the
not
ID
water
industry, we
resistant.
never say proof because we don't want to be liable, people suing us or asking us to replace it if it's scratched.
But not water resistant.
Water resistant is all depends on the joining part because this wood come in for 13 feet, I'm not mistaken, 13 feet length. Okay, one piece. Okay, or we call it 13 foot run because by default it's 2 feet depth. Understand? So if it's 13 feet, okay, when you have a L joint, when you cut that into 45 degree, they will have an aluminium seal to actually terminate it. Okay, so when the problem is the water seep inside. That is the problem there. Okay, or we call the backsplash. Okay, where this post form top and the wall, normally they will have a wall seal. That is the aluminium wall seal. Okay, and when the rubber gives way, the water seep in. This is where it kembang and your kitchen smell. Yeah, so that's the reason why. Okay, understand? So this is called, yeah.
Generally don't use these tops anymore, right?
Say again. Normally don't use this.
Don't use this anymore.
Uh,
They used to, but not anymore.
They still do. It depends on the budget lah. Budget, yeah. So then we talk about. After that we go on this. You don't want this. You go on a better one. It's called solid surface. Okay. Now solid surface. You have Malaysian brand. You have Korean brand. You have US brand. Irregardless of what brand it is, it's just imported materials. But the manufacturing is still here. So what is solid surface? Solid surface is a content of acrylic and polyester. Acrylic is the acrylic door. But the acrylic is a very expensive material. Too much acrylic, the acrylic will brittle. So they have to add polyester. So the more acrylic it is, the more stone-like it is. But the higher the price. Understand? So this is solid surface. So solid surface supposedly are not to have joining, which they don't have joining. Okay? So it means to say the backsplash, there's no joint. So the water cannot seep in. The L joining, also there's no joint. Okay? They can actually come two different pieces. They actually can make it join back. They actually pour a liquid and then they grind it and then you don't see the joining. Okay? So in actual fact, kitchen cabinet are not worried about heat or fire. Kitchen cabinet are worried biggest enemy is water. Okay, so if you don't want the water to seep into your cabinet or destroy, then you use solid surface because there's no way the water can penetrate towards all this seam, except for the sink area. Okay, sink on the solid surface can have two types. One is top mount. Top mount means to say it's sitting on top of it. Okay, it's gripping on the solid surface. When it's gripping on the solid surface, they need to actually put silicone gel to actually sit on it. Another one is called undermount. So undermount is underneath it. So when the water fall, it will fall to the sink, not on the joining there. So it's called undermount. Okay. So you have the top mount and undermount, or a built-in solid surface sink. Also there is. Means to say you use this material, all this material. Also have. Understand? Huh? So that is the thing. So when you talk about solid surface, means to say you can be very safe to say that the protection towards against water is much better. Much better. Okay, so understand that? That is on solid surface. So the more content of the polyester, the cheaper the solid surface become. So per foot run of a solid surface, our price is around 120 ringgit onwards. 120 supply and install. Okay, so don't worry, you can write it down if you want. Per foot run, 120 onwards. There are some manufacturer who give you 90 ringgit per foot run.
This is
Okay.
for solid surface.
Solid surface. Okay. Now, this is the secret, the trade secret. Although they give you 90 ringgit per foot run, their cost probably might be 105. So they are losing how much? 15 ringgit. So they actually purposely lose 15 ringgit to actually advertise in newspaper. Per foot run of their base cabinet, they raise it up again to make back. Okay, so don't be fooled by thinking that that is cheap. It's cheap. Okay, so you have to understand that the whole set how much you have to calculate like that. Understand, huh? So some people even make loss on the wall cabinet. Okay, so wall cabinet, our price is 136. You can see around 140 ringgit per foot run. People can sell at 120 also can. 110 also can. They purposely want. Okay, because they want to make money not on the foot run, because foot run is very competitive. They sell accessories. They make money from the accessories. Okay, or sometimes the foot run of the wall cabinet very low, but they will haggle you on the solid surface. They make money on the solid surface. Or probably the solid surface is 120, but they can actually get 90 ringgit. Somewhat, they actually commit a volume of the solid surface, they can actually get 90 ringgit. That is how the furniture industry is run. Now, if you have volume, you can do that. If you don't have volume, you cannot do that. And that's the reason why people are opt into more modular furniture factory rather than custom furniture factory. The custom furniture factory, everything is new. So there's no skills, economies of skills. Okay, understand? So that is how you play with it. Stones, this is granite. Okay? Granite stones are dotted. I personally only like to use Black Galaxy. The remainder I don't like to use one. Black Galaxy, you have the diamond dots. Okay, so that is the only granite that I like to use. The remainder of the granite I don't like to use. I would go for this. Some people like solid black, no problem. But solid black I prefer tiles. Okay, but anyway, so that is on stones. Okay, stones you have granite and you have marble. Okay, these are the normal common type. Granite is very strong. Means to say it's not porous. Okay, it's very compact. It's very hard. Marble is very soft. Okay, quite brittle. Okay, so marble is nicer because marble you have the what you call watermark grain. This is something like watermark. Can you see? Grain. Okay. You compare to granite, granite is stone, like dotted. So it's nothing interesting. Watermark is this. Okay, so that is the advantage of using marble. I like marble because marble is very soft. Normally marble is you use marble in the dry kitchen, not the wet. Wet cannot tahan. Wet you put kunyit or whatnot or coffee, you straight away sip it in. Very dangerous. Yeah, it's very porous. Okay, it's porous. It's not very porous, but it's porous. Okay, but granite is still okay. Okay, but the tendency, thank you, the tendency of sipping things in, yes, granite even will do that. Solid surface also will do that. But solid surface, you can actually grind it. Okay, when you have this kind of problem arises, normally what I actually tell them is that you put an acid on the, what do you call, the tissue and leave it overnight. Okay, when the tissue become wet, become dry, and then it will suck the residue out. Normally it works lah. Okay.
For all materials or just
for granite, marble, and solid surface. It's not the kind of acid, the one that you use to wash tiles one. The acid to wash tiles, not the normal acid. No, the tiling shop, tile shop. Chuka, I don't know. Okay, but another one solid surface is called Steron. Okay, Steron is also a solid surface. This is by Samsung. Samsung actually sell solid surface in Korea because Korean, they are very particular about hygiene. Mostly their tabletop are mostly solid surface. It's a very big market there. Yeah. So Samsung, more expensive. They are talking about around 180 to 220 per foot run. Okay. So our cost, okay. So that is that. Okay, understand? So you have a lot of brand. This is Malaysian brand, Evernight. Evernight is also, Evernight have been here for, I don't know, probably 15 years. Evernight. Okay, or more than that, I don't know.
Is it also called quartz?
Cost different. Okay, now this is solid surface. So solid surface you know already. Then you have natural stone. Then you have man-made stone. Man-made stone is quartz stone. Okay, so this is Caesar stone. It's a brand. Okay. So this is quartz stone, Caesar stone. Caesar stone is also our supplier. Our price is very good. Okay, but provided that you want to go for high-end stuff lah, you know, then you, okay, this is Caesar stone. Okay, so this is quartz stone. When you talk about quartz stone, it's a man-made stone. Yes, it's a very hard stone, very hard stone. Okay, the one that you are using now, this one is actually a quartz stone. Yes. So it all depends on category, and quartz stone is mainly look stone-like lah. We are talking about per foot run from 220. 咩啊 ？quartz stone 一长尺多少钱啊？我们都有了，150都有了。Yeah, 150 also got really now. Okay, so 150 to 180 per foot run. Okay, quartz stone. Granite is around 150 to 180 as well. It's around that range. Yeah, because different range, category. This granite you cannot have one color, one price one, because they are species. So 100, there's 200, 220. You have to ask. Okay, but we as an interior designer, when we ask the price, we ask our interior designer price, and when we ask, we say, if you give me this price, how much should I quote the client? They will tell you. It's very simple in actual fact. But you have to understand at what capacity you are speaking to them. You understand?
So the price that you have given us since just now is the December
Our price. Okay. So understand So basically you understand already the worktop. Then later on we go into the accessories.
What do you mean by man-made stone?
A man-made stone is actually a very high pressure, and it becomes stone. If you ask me stone, I prefer marble. If you ask me yeah.
Marble for the sink tabletop.
Yes. For showroom for nice one, nice feeling. Because price marble is around 200 plus or 200 plus. It depends on species as well. You can say a benchmark. If you are talking about granite and marble, supply and install, my benchmark is around 180 to 200. That's my benchmark. Okay, now understand? Okay, now before we go into the accessories, we just finish the tree. Then we talk about the makeup of a cabinet. Okay, now go inside, look at it. It's actually chipboard. Okay, chipboard. So means to say chipboard, you will use laminate to actually laminate this aging. Okay, in this case, they are using a very good aging. It's called ABS aging. That is this aging. This aging. Okay. So now ABS aging, when you do, it will be very fine. Signature kitchen and the high-end kitchen, they actually use this. Normal kitchen cabinet manufacturer who are not equipped with the machinery, they cannot do this. If you touch this, it's actually very smooth. You will not cut your hand. Okay, later on you can do it. Okay, so this is actually a higher grade of a carcass. Understand? Then this is actually acrylic door. What door is this? Chipboard. Okay, chipboard. You understand? So it's a mixture of these two. Yeah. So this is actually chipboard. This is ABS aging. Can you see? Now, this type of kitchen cabinet, okay, in general, chipboard per square feet of price, our price, okay, is around 13 ringgit to 15 ringgit. Listen carefully, 13 ringgit to 15 ringgit per square feet. Yeah, square feet. Yeah. Acrylic, okay, or aluminium, the range is from 22 ringgit to 28 to 30 ringgit. Let's say from 22 to 30. Much better. Okay, from 22 ringgit to 30 ringgit per square feet. Okay, understand? Solid wood is from 26 ringgit to 40 ringgit, depending on what species, per square feet.
How much?
20, we can probably say 26 to 40 ringgit. Okay, from Nyato onwards. Okay, oak 30 plus per square feet, our price. Understand? Okay, now you see different category. Okay, for example, this door. Okay, let's say this door is 3 feet, this door is 2 feet, all is 6 square feet. 6 square feet times the acrylic door, 22 ringgit. How much? 120, 140, around 140 ringgit lah, this piece of door. Now I understand how to calculate. Okay, now, so that is how. Then this one, say for example, this is 2 times 6, say 7. 2 times 7, 14. 14 times, say 15 lah, easier. 10 lah, 10 is 140. That's around 180 to 200. That is how I think the door. Understand now, designer? So if you want to know how much, you just times that one, you roughly know this already. Understand? You can have a carcass price, the carcass and the door. You can actually calculate the door, you can minus off the carcass. You know the carcass price. Understand? Yeah, this is supply only, no install. But you don't have to worry, don't break your head on that. Now, this kitchen set, if this, we are probably talking around the range of say 8,000. Okay, it's very easy to calculate. See, this is 6 feet. 6 feet, 6 feet, 12 feet. Yeah, 12 feet. So this is 12 feet, that is 12 feet. So you times the wall unit, times the base unit, times the, this is 4 feet. Okay, that is how you actually calculate. Okay, calculation, later on we go into it. Yeah, so now, this is actually a door. Okay, if it's this one on maple, we are talking about probably people will be charging around 18,000, 20,000, that range. Now, but the problem is what? The problem, a lot of people don't realize that although the price is high, but you are not charging on the inside here is maple, it's not maple. But it's because of its maple set, they are charging higher price. Okay, you understand that? Because the thing is like this, if you look at this, sorry, you look at this body, it's white. Understand? So what is white? What is, we call it exposed is white. Exposed is color. Everything that's closed is called exposed. Exposed you can see its color. Okay. Non-exposed is white. That is this white. This white. Okay. So when you see a body that's white, this is a carcass, correct? Then we add a door. Can we change this to this door? Okay, right. But the thing is, when you see that the side is actually white, this side also white, correct? This side also white, but how come this side is color? They just use this to do this. They will use another one to do this. So this is called a maple cabinet. Understand? So that is you must understand that. Okay. So this one is maple. This is maple. So this is called a maple set. So what is this? This is what we call side panel. Side panel, SIDE, PANEL. So this is side panel, some people call it side panel, some people call it end panel. Okay, so in actual fact, the cabinet body can be all chipboard, but when you cover this, it can be whatever cabinet you want. If it's a high gloss door, the high gloss door will be here. You understand? So that is how you actually see a cabinet. So, because they are charging at a maple set price, it is the industry standard. Okay, because when you upgrade materials, their margin is better. That is the nature of it. Okay, so if you want to really study in depth on how to actually save the cost, then you have to take another workshop already. Because I'm not doing that yet. Still, I probably, if there's somebody interior designer want to volunteer, then probably I come up with a workshop with that. Because the thing is, this factory or modular factory only produces carcasses. Listen carefully, huh? Yes. Everywhere is the same. They only produce carcasses and melamine board, because melamine board is very easy to produce. Okay? Aluminium door, solid door, 3G door, whatever PU door is actually developed by other factory who purposely only doing doors. So they would then give the management to the door manufacturer, and the manufacturer produce the door. They'll bring the door to this manufacturer and ship it out together. Don't think that this door is done by them. It's not. It's actually being ordered, pre-ordered. Okay, understand? Huh? That is the criteria. Okay, so basically, maple and maple is maple set. They charge you probably LV price because you are buying something that is better. Okay, their margin is better. But if you can actually order carcasses yourself, and you can order maple wood yourself, and you can sell maple price. Then you see, from 15 ringgit and 30 ringgit is only the door price. Do you think there's a lot? No, I mean just the door alone. No, correct or not? But they sell you a little bit premium. Okay, nothing wrong with the industry. The industry is like that. So if you want that, then fine, no problem. Because people command margin. Probably their margin is around 40%, 45%, because you are asking for more things. Yeah, better things. Understand that, huh? So that is something that people don't share. So understanding this, then we go into accessories. Understand? Accessories. Now accessories, you have what we call a motion runner. This is motion runner. So what motion runner is actually a tandem. We call it tandem box. You close, you will S-class. Now, this one, when you S-class, you will close. So they will sell this at around 200 to 250 per set. Our cost price is around 80 ringgit to 120 ringgit per set. So that is where they make the margin. Understand, huh? So it's all drawers. Okay, huh? So this design drawers, and this is actually another set. So you have another one here. Okay, another one small. You sit down. So that one smaller one. So this smaller one, in actual fact, should be one small one, one center, another one bottom, correct? Yeah. But instead, they use this, and they use this is because of the design of the cabinet. Yeah, that is where, that's where how they make money as well. Okay, so that is for the spoon tray. The spoon tray, this one spoiled already. Okay, like that. Okay, you would say, Adrian, wow, like this design. Can you all design or not, designers? Yeah. So it's a mixture of chipboard and also gloss wood. Now understand, so in actual fact, it's very easy to design. Assuming this cabinet is shortened by 3 feet, the wall. 3 feet. You want this design. How? Remove this lah. Remove this lah. You get the design already lah. You understand or not? So it is that easy. It's not difficult to learn one, I can tell you. Now, side panel, the reason why this cabinet look expensive or not?
Yes.
The reason why is because they have side panel. Many people don't know this. This is side panel. This is side panel. That is side panel. Can you see? So when you look at that, the feeling of it is very different. So when you look at the cabinet, these are the intricate things that you see. Because sometimes when the people do cabinet and it's cheap, they don't have the side panel. Okay, and when you don't have the side panel, the door will be outside. You can see the gap. You understand or not? So people call yach fan chin, yach fan for means to say one price. You pay the price is what you get lah. The price you pay is what price the things that you get. It doesn't mean that it's cheap is good. So it all depends. Understand? So these are the accessories. This is actually the backsplash. This one is actually acrylic. This one I think is hot stone. Okay, come. Okay, accessories like this.
Wow.
Okay.
Wah, boleh pusing ni. Berapa?
Exactly. Now the thing is like this. When you buy this kind of thing, it's more on a showpiece. You understand? This alone costs you almost 2,000 plus. Okay, because it's stainless steel. It's stainless steel. You understand? So they actually probably make you 40% of the 2,000 is 800 ringgit. That's how you make huge money. Okay. So now a lot of people like Datin, you know, they invite their friend to come. You know, they said, you want to see my cabinet? My husband give me one. My husband buy for me. Now, iPhone already got, you know, iPad already got, so nothing to buy already. So they buy a basket. Okay. This is pull-up basket. But pull-up basket, there's different brand, different. I see. That's why I don't like. I never trust this kind of stuff. Okay, for your information, we as an investor. Okay, this one I don't like. Okay, this one is for showing off. Just like people buying Android and iPhone. This is iPhone. You want to see an Android? You want to see an Android? I say you Android. This is Android. Simple. You want a drawer? Take a drawer lah. But you have the basket for what? Because this kind of stuff, when you put very heavy stuff, it will jack. Okay? Nothing is proof forever. What? You understand? Huh? So this is actually motion runner, and you have deck by deck. You understand? Huh? So it's the same. You can store. Is also can store, right? But why like that? Then it depends lah. Okay? Stylo. This is stylo lah. Okay, those of you who are 50 kilo below, you can actually sleep inside there. They can actually put you in. Okay, because the heavy duty runner can hold up to 50 kilo. So when you hold 50 kilo, that's where you put your plates on that. Because the place where you put normally the open, you put it inside, right? Then after 3 years down the road, you say, oh, I didn't know I had this plate, right? Because it's inside there. You understand or not? So that's where you use this kind of drawer. That's how they sell these drawers. So this one you can actually put the plate here, and when you open, everything you can see. You understand? Or the open one, the plate is inside. You always take the outside one. You didn't know that it ever exists also. You understand what I mean? So this when you share like that, people upgrade. People upgrade. Then you make money from the upgrade. You understand? So like that. Okay? So basically, now you see accessories, you understand accessories already, right? Then appliances, nothing much to say. Now, one thing you must understand also that these accessories are very good accessories. We have our suppliers. You can actually go and actually buy from them. Mostly Taiwan. Taiwan is cheaper. German always says very expensive. Is because they believe in R&D. So in actual fact, the material is not expensive, but they do a lot of R&D. They have to cover the R&D. So if you want to study agronomics, okay, this is very good. You can actually Google Bloom, and you have tons of videos. BLUM, this one. Okay, Bloom is a very branded name in Europe. Heritage. Heffler. Some people call it Heffler. Some people call it Heffer. Because they pride themselves for like having accessory can have Bible one. So they pride themselves from this. So these are the things that you actually. So that is on accessories. Then you got appliances. Understand? That's it. Done. Appliances are done. Okay. Then we have wardrobe. This is actually an anti-jump wardrobe. Later on I'll show you. The anti-jump wardrobe is actually we have a roller. Anti-jump doesn't mean that the door won't jump. Yeah. Anti-jump always jump. You're confusing me. What do you mean by that? But anyway, anti-jump means you have a sliding door. But normal sliding door, you will have the cabinet as it goes long term, it will expand and contract. When its cabinet expand and contract, it's very difficult to push already because it's pushing against the roller. Okay, that's the normal roller. Anti-jump, you will have what we call a suspension inside that aluminium. Okay, normally this is a space where they put the roller. So when there's an expansion and contraction on the cabinet, it will auto-adjust itself. So that is the reason why you can still push and it's so smooth. Okay, of course with the ball bearing material, you can actually handle more weight on the cabinet, on the door. Because sliding door normally is 2.5 feet and above. Means to say 30, normally I don't like 32 inches and above. It can go up to 4 feet and 4.5 feet per sliding door. Okay, it all depends on the mechanism. Okay, again, mechanism like this is actually branded one, is better lor. Cheaper one lor, China one, Taiwan one. So it's all different because different bearing bears different load, LOAD, different load. So that is where the integrity of the supplier who actually supply the thing is also important. Because if you keep on pushing their price down, they use cheaper material, that's the only thing. So for me, I always tell, if you want Adrian V, that is my price because my price is my standard. So they say, why your price so expensive? Because Adrian V lah. Because I have to remain my own standard. The materials that I use is different. So that's where I counter back. Okay, understand? So that is the reason. It doesn't mean that because of me commanding a higher margin. It's not like that. You understand? So that is that. Wall unit, you will have 300, Yato 300, local 180. All this, you will have a 40% margin. Okay, 40% margin. I tell you offhand now, if as a dealer, if you want to use this as a business, your margin is 50 to 55%. Because you are coming here, okay, they are actually what they need to draw for you. Depends on the complexity. Sometimes they give you 40, sometimes they give you 35. It depends. Okay, whether you want to merge. That is the thing. So if you are talking about a saving of 20%, that is a must. Okay, understand? So it all depends. Because there's human element inside. Okay, situation inside. Site situation inside. So it all depends. Understand, designers? So wall unit, if it's 180, divided by 40% is around 108. Understand? So that is the range. Understand? So 168 times the per foot run. Understand? So you get a gauge.
This one is
Our price. No, this is customer price. Yeah.
Why here is IDT member?
ID King member lah. This one is a customer. You can actually quote, and then this one you minus off. This another 40%. Understand? Yes. 40.
Just now you mentioned 50 to 55 constant.
That is me being a dealer. Means to say you draw, you do everything. Come, you just ask them to order, and then they just go. So they don't do drawing, they don't do measurement, they don't do anything also. You just give them the spec, they just produce. Which is very unlikely you will do that.
Is it inclusive the installation?
Supply and install.
Supply.
Okay, so then you will have base unit, tall unit, end panel. End panel is the per square feet. You know how to calculate. End panel is the side panel lah. Then the wall unit, color carcass. Okay, you see this? These are all color carcass. This color carcass. Can you see? This color carcass. So exposed is color. Non-exposed is also color. If non-exposed is white, means to say it's white lah. But normally people, if you want a very good quality one, you use color lah, because white color will turn yellow. Yeah, that's like 10 years on down the road lah. Understand? So okay, so understood So don't worry about this too much. This is a guide. Understand? So it's not the ultimate fixed one, because the thing is there are many variables. Okay, like site condition and things like that. So you have to talk to them. Understand? Now kitchen cabinet, the same thing. It evolves. Kitchen cabinet, or TV cabinet, or study cabinet, all that is cabinet. You understand? So it's almost the same. You calculate by per foot run as well. If you don't know, you use the kitchen cabinet, study cabinet, also it won't go wrong. Okay, so you can actually lesser it a little bit, then you can get the foot run. So it's always like roughly how much I can gauge already. You understand? So understand that? Okay, now we go into the wardrobe. Come.
Oh, bed
Sit lah. Sit. Okay, so basically, IDK member is 4,008. The system alone is close to 2,000. It's 1,800 plus. The system alone. This is by Heffel. Okay, that is a solid cost stone also. Yeah. So that is the thing, and it's 4,008. Okay. If you want, you talk to them. Okay. So anyway, so then, okay, then this is the normal wardrobe that you can actually use for your property investment. Okay, because our price is cheap. Okay. Nice. How much?
150
Times 0.6.
0.6.
300 and 320 only. So cheap, I've forgotten, so I always think it's 380. Okay, I'm very long already not in the industry, so forgive me. So yeah, when I started it, the industry was 250 ringgit per furai. 250. Now it's around 320 lah. 320 312. Oh, very cheap lah. So for example, like this, right? This is 6 feet. Okay, so 6 feet, 6 times 3 is 1,008 lah. Okay, plus another this 2, 8 lah. 8 times 3 is 2,004 lah. Understand? 9 feet high, 9 feet high. Okay, so 9 feet high plus another one is probably 9.5 feet lah, around that. Yeah, so that is the price. So this one, carcass is white. Okay, oh, for your information, that day I've forgotten to mention, if you want to run an ABS aging for the carcass, you add another couple of 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit or 20 ringgit per foot, right? You have to look at it here. Okay, but that one I'll talk in the bus. Okay. So basically, this wardrobe, if you're gonna open like that, you just add on the price of the hinge. Okay, the hinges.
Those
So
are
you just
accessory
open
lah.
270.
Those
huh?
are accessory.
Yeah, the accessories, correct. Yeah, understand, designers? So basically, that's about it. This is actually a staircase. A lot of yeah. So that is actually a 9 feet where it's actually you can actually put this. But this one is very heavy. The mechanism itself is a bomb. Okay, this is actually using chipboard to do, but they are using honeycomb. Have a look. Another 3 minutes or 4 minutes, then we go off. Okay, we go off.